Hey Clinkers, Whitney here. How is it going? Happy Thursday. Today we're going to be talking about Malbec. Everybody got excited about that yesterday, so I decided to go ahead and talk about another varietal. And I'm also going to be giving you some food pairing ideas. So grab your glass of wine and come hang out with the titty. Anybody even call me that anymore after I changed my Snapchat? I think my Woody Titty nickname's dying. Save it. Save it. Just going to give people a second to come on. When you do come on, give me a little hey, hey, or a heart, or a giggle face, or something. Show me that you're here. Show me what you're working with. Hi, Cord. Hi, Keith. How you guys doing? There we go. Woody Titty's still alive and well. Alrighty. We will get to it. I think I'm going to start with the food pairing. Hi, Courtney. I think I'm going to start with the food pairing and then give you guys a second to ponder what we would be serving Malbec with. Malbec. I say that wrong. I say all of these wine things wrong. So when you guys are doing shit like this, like, don't worry about it. We all do it. Because they're all mainly French words, and French is so effing hard, it's not even funny. So, food pairing. So this is like a really hot topic right now, and it's really, really fun because we all love to eat, and if you're in this group, you probably love to drink wine. So, food makes wine better, and wine makes food better. They're like this amazing, perfect relationship that I aspire to have one day. There's a really good rule of thumb that they say if it grows together, it goes together. So a really good example of that is Chianti in Italy goes amazing with pastas and pizzas and anything with red sauce. So if it goes together, if it grows together, it goes together. Now, where that got a little bit difficult is when we started kind of like merging cultures and immigration, and you know, we're all bringing our own cultures, our own food, and all of that kind of stuff into this one big melting pot. So for example, what do we serve with something like, for example, Chinese food where they don't have wine regions? So what goes with that? Or sushi for that matter, or Thai food. So some of the older laws, like this one always cracks me up. If the older law was, if it runs away from you, you serve white with it. If it tries to eat you, you serve red with it. So that was kind of like the older way of dealing with food pairings, but that's not necessarily the case anymore. Like, for example, I love a Pinot Noir with salmon. So it's really about experimenting and seeing what goes together. So for example, I brought up, you know, Thai food and sushi, Indian food, anything with a little bit of spice to it would be amazing with a Riesling. So there's a couple things to think about when you're food pairing. One, it could be that it's, what do they call it, bridging, I think I wrote down. Bridging flavors. I call it complementary flavors. So if it's complementary flavor, for example, take a walnut, it's very high in tannins. That's going to go really well with a Cabernet that's also really high in tannins. So that's complementary. If the flavor profile in the wine is also in the food, that's going to be a marriage made in heaven. But it also works on the other end of the spectrum, where if it's contrast, it also goes really well together. For example, like I just mentioned, Indian food or Thai food, like a spicy Indian food or Thai food, goes amazing with a Riesling, which is usually sweet. Even a dry Riesling would be good with that, but a regular sweet Riesling would be amazing with that. When you are doing a food pairing, like say you're food pairing with a meal, you always want to start with the lightest to the darkest or the more heavy. So thinking like start with like, you know, champagne or like a Pinot Grigio, and then work your way up to the cab depending on what your meal is. Or you want to go dry, start with dry, and work your way towards sweet. That's why, you know, like ports and some of those after dinner wines are very, very sweet. The ice wine we talked about that they make Riesling out of yesterday, also very, very sweet, served at the end of the meal. So just a couple things that I like to pair together, because really, like, I mean, and notice I'm not talking about cheese and meat platters, because that's like an easy giveaway. Obviously, like cheese and wine and chocolate and wine, like just do me. I could fucking live on that, right? And if you can't, then I don't know if we can be friends. I'm kidding. I love you all. But some of my favorites, so I'm huge into salads. I really love salads, and I usually do like a vinaigrette. I don't do a lot of creamy dressing. So if you have a vinaigrette and you're drinking red wine, that's not going to taste very good. That's going to make the wine almost taste like vinegar, barfarama. So if you're having a salad or you're starting your dinner pairing off with a salad, go for some bubbly, baby. Champagne goes with fucking everything. I mean, we all love it, and we love it for a reason because it goes with everything. If you're serving a meal and you've got like 70 different things going on, or maybe you're having like a buffet kind of thing where not a buffet, a potluck where everybody's bringing their own shit, and you're like, I don't know what to serve because I don't know what people are bringing. Champagne goes with everything. A good example of this is like Thanksgiving, like so many random flavors on the table at Thanksgiving. You got turkey, and then you got whatever your appetizers are, and you got whatever that gnarly shit with the goddamn marshmallows is. That's disgusting. Anyway, champagne goes with all of that. So champagne, when you don't know what the hell to do, just serve some champagne and you'll be good. Just a little note on champagne. Champagne, like we learned out in the old world, is only from Champagne, France. Everything else is sparkling wine. Or in Spain, they call it something else. I'll have to look that one up. And then it's also known as Prosecco, which I believe was originated in Italy. So anyways, all of those things go with everything, and especially salads. So salads are really hard to pair wine with. And also, like vegetables, certain vegetables like asparagus and artichokes, they bring out some flavor in wine that's just kind of nasty. So you don't want to be serving, you know, a really nice wine with vegetables like that. You want to be having some champagne with that. And I ate a lot of vegetables, so I know that one. I learned that one the hard way. One I already mentioned, this goes together. I mean, even like places like the Macaroni Grill, you could figure this one out. But Chianti, which is one of those, you know, Italian blends of like Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot and those kinds of grapes, that goes really well with anything that's tomato based. So pizzas, your pastas, tomatoes really acidic, Chianti's really acidic. They just bring out the best in each other. You know, the pasta sauces are really salty. Salty and tannins go excellent together. In fact, if you have a super tannic, like a California cab or something like that, and it's just like smackety smack smack, put a little bit of salt on your tongue and it'll balance that shit out like bam. So salty and tannin go really well together. Another idea of if it goes together, if it grows together, it goes together, think like barbecue. So think about like American barbecue or like burgers or like ribs with like some badass sweet and tangy barbecue sauce on it. Then an amazing Zinfandel is going to go with that, or even a Malbec. You know, because America, like a Zin is like the only grape that it originated in America or something like that. But that's another big, bold wine, and you're serving like big, bold meats. Cabernet Sauvignon goes really well with grilled meats. They're really known for that. That's been going on for thousands of years. I already mentioned the spicy food, Thai food, all of that stuff, really good with a Riesling. Something I just discovered last night that was fucking delicious was Chardonnay and popcorn. Hook me up. I don't know, like, you can thank me for that one later, but fucking try it. So good. Chardonnay, especially a buttery Chardonnay, is going to be really, really good with lobster and butter or crab and butter, you know, all that shit that you just like get it all over your fingertips and you need the bib. Yeah, get a really, really juicy Chardonnay with that. Buttery Chardonnay, I mean. Another thing we already talked about when we were going over Sauvignon Blanc is the lemon law. So Sauvignon Blanc, if you can put lemon on it, serve Sauvignon Blanc with it. So we're talking about all your seafoods, chicken piccata, there's lots of like lemon flavor, lemon pasta sauces. So anything like that, light and lemony. Sauvignon Blanc, especially the ones from New Zealand, are super citrusy, like lemons and limes and navel oranges. So that goes super great with anything that you serve lemon on it. I took notes, so I just want to see if I forgot to say anything. I don't think so, but when in doubt, if you know what you're serving, Google it. There's so much information on the internet now, so if you know you're making your famous lasagna, like I can already tell you right now, Chianti or Bordeaux or Cabernet or whatever, you Google it and there's like 1,000 things that come up. There's also a gazillion types of cheeses and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to mention, in Portugal, they're known for their ports. So, and they're also known for their pastries. That's another, like, if it goes together, it goes together. So they're both super sweet. You'd think you'd want something to counter that out. But trust me, I got a box of pastries and like 4 bottles of port small. And me and my girlfriend were on the train back. I studied in the south of France. We're on this train back from Portugal. We demolished the pastries and all 4 bottles of port on the train. And yeah, that was a fun ride. We passed the F out. So it went by really quick. So So that's the thing. That's like one of those complementary tastes going together versus the contrast. So it both works. So next we're going to talk about Malbec, because everybody got super excited about that yesterday, and it's actually one of my newer favorites. So it's actually, it originated in the south of France. It's a French grape, but the Argentinians just took it and went crazy, and they're making it like so good and so delicious. They've only been importing it for about the past 10, maybe 15 years because their government had some issues, so they had some commerce issues. But now they're coming in. I think we got something crazy like 5 million cases from them of Malbec last year in the US. So they're just doing an amazing job with it. It's just delicious. This is one of those wines that's really big, really bold, really round, like get in your face. Like this is the shit that's gonna stain your teeth red, if you know what I'm talking about. Like they have those new wine wipes. Get some of those, put that shit in your purse, and have those handy if you drink a Malbec, because it's just like a big, bold, dark wine. So this is the wine that you're gonna have the dark fruits. You're gonna even have like the cocoa and the coffee, the tobacco. It's gonna be super, super jammy. This is one of the wines that you probably would decanter, like we talked about decanter a couple days ago, or aerate, same thing. Definitely with that, because they're just big and strong, and you might want to soften them a little bit. Because of where they're grown in, I think it's Mendoza, Argentina, they're grown in very high altitudes. So there's not a lot of rain, but there's a shit ton of hail, and the weather's very, very cold. So these motherfuckers have these thick skins. They're like, I am going to get through this weather and be fucking amazing. That's what I love about wine. They all have such a personality, but because of this big, thick, strong grape, you get this amazing flavor. You get a lot of extraction out of it, and you just get this delicious, delicious, big, bold wine. You know, unlike the Pinot Noir, which is also kind of hard to grow, and they're smaller and they're delicate and they're princessy, but then you work for it and you get this fucking sexy, velvety, delicious wine. Like, isn't it fun, you guys? I just fucking love wine. Anyway, so I've got some of you on live right now. What do you think, since we just talked about food pairing, what are some ideas that you would serve a Malbec with? I wrote my ideas down somewhere. I thought I did. Oh yeah, I have mine written down right here. Beefcake wine, Courtney. Dark like my soul. Hardly. You're a pretty, pretty princess. I have a microphone in my next Amazon order. Just you wait. I'm gonna be clear as fuck for you guys. Yes, Chardonnay and popcorn, Bonnie. I'm telling you, you can thank me later. You are welcome. Okay, I don't see any other questions right now. Any guesses on what we're serving Malbec with? Who's there with me? Fine, I'll just tell you. So steaks, I think I mentioned earlier, like barbecue, ribs, anything with barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce. Oh my god, I do sing on these things. Meat, stews, anything like that. A big juicy burger. I think I'm about to get my you-know-what, so I'm craving meat like crazy at this moment in my life. Anyway, so that's food pairing and Malbec. And can you do a curry with the Malbec? I think that would go pretty good together. Especially because curries kind of are salty and Malbecs are tannic, so that would cancel each other out. Yeah, that sounds delicious, actually. We might have to like go out to dinner. So anyways, that's food pairing and Malbec. I will be back here tomorrow with you guys at 5. And I'm excited. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Again, let me know if there's anything that you would like to hear more about. I'm always, taking requests. Or a song you'd like me to sing. I'm also going to be covering our membership tomorrow, how to get free wine, and the amazing freaking company that we're in right now, and we're just all having so much fun. I can't wait to share that with you guys too. So yeah, check back in here with me tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Happy Thursday, Happy Thursday, Happy Thirsty Thursday, everybody. Mwah. Kisses to y'all.